Under 5K, a podcast for small YouTubers trying to make it big.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Under 5K podcast. Today I am here with Filmsado.
Hello.
So, what in this podcast we're going to be talking about mostly YouTubing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
We could go into some Twitch at some point, maybe. I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's basically starts with YouTube and can spiral into anything else we're interested in.
Yep.
So, what have you been doing with YouTube recently?
Well, as some of you might know, I've been doing some really random skits that aren't they aren't high quality, but they get a reasonable amount of views. And I've also started a gaming channel, which is pretty successful for the moment. But we are working on it's a small budget film. For me, it's big budget, but a $10,000 film, which we're going to be doing in 2025. So that's going to be pretty good. We're getting the script sorted out. Pre-production is going to be 3 years, so we've got a lot of time to set it up and get ready for the actual shooting.
Nice. For me, I've been working on a little mini movie myself. It's definitely a way smaller project. There's not much of a budget, and it's gonna be good. But the problem is we don't really have much planned.
Oh yeah.
And all we know is the main storyline. We don't have a script. We don't have anything. We only have one battle scene that's already being completed.
Well, I would personally recommend before you start actually filming is to just go into scripts and storyboards first. If you start filming before you do scripts, it's harder to link stuff and make the story just work together more. So I mean, keep that scene if you've already filmed it. Maybe just use it as just kind of like a draft of the film to see how you want the costumes to look and just the overall film and just see how you want it to go. The theme. I would recommend though, you should always start with the script and doing the storyboard and pre-production before post. There's a reason it's called pre-production.
True. So, anything else that you've been working on? Do you have any plans for your gaming channel?
My gaming channel is just kind of just going as it is. I'm just leaving it. It's just working. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm just kind of going with the flow on that channel. I've had some problems recently. If you guys actually watch that channel, I got banned for 7 days, which wasn't terrible, but then my computer broke, so I haven't uploaded in quite a while, but I'm going to get back to doing that soon. But I think my film is pretty much all-encompassing. That's pretty much all I'm doing, just in general.
Yeah, I saw that your video got a huge amount of views. It's your second most viewed video. 2.5k views, man.
That's not that many, but for me, I guess that's a decent amount. But that was just for the video where I got banned.
True.
And I think in the community, there's been a lot of problems with people being banned recently. If you are into that video game, there's a YouTuber called Z7 who got banned and blamed devs and stuff. So I have comments coming up oh, thanks for being honest. I thought this was going to turn into another Z7 situation and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was interesting. But, yeah, it's going well. The ban is over. I believe I've been able to actually access my account due to the computer. But yeah, the Four Aces, which is a movie we're producing, is pretty big. So I think, Joey, you're going to be in the film. We're flying you down to do it. Because we actually live in different parts of the country. So we're hanging out for a short period of time. And then you're going back. And we're going to fly you down for the film in a few years. So that'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So I don't really have much stuff ready for my gaming channel. You guys might not know this, but I do have a gaming channel. I only have 4 subscribers. Please go check it out. It's Joe Epic Dude Live. Yeah, I'm thinking the thing that got me so many views was Scratch stuff. So I'm thinking that I grow a Scratch community because not many people do Scratch YouTube videos.
That's true.
And then I get stuff so that I don't only become big for Scratch, I become big from Scratch, but then there's other videos that people who are not really into Scratch are like, ooh, that sounds cool, because it's recommended because of after I've gotten all the people from Scratch.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do on my gaming channel. Is the gaming isn't really my big plans for YouTube. My idea is just get gaming channel on board, because gaming is like that specific game is kind of a small community, so I'm going to get a lot of views from it, obviously, because there's not there's not a giant content pool, which is perfect. Unless like if you're playing a game like Fortnite, there's heaps of content. It's very hard to get noticed. But if you're playing a small game like Terraria, I got kind of big on that. But on this game specifically the Wild West, there's a small community. There's a reasonable content pool, but it's a lot easier to get noticed if you actually make high quality content. So my idea is to do that, which is a small community, then branch out into my skits channel to get some of those viewers checking out my skits channel or my productions channel.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people like a good old gaming channel.
Yeah.
So might as well have one.
Interesting fact about Filmsado, we're going to have about 5 channels in about 2 months. I'm hoping to get in contact with Stumpy and make a Filmsado Cubes channel, but we've currently got Filmsado Lego, Filmsado Skits, Filmsado Games. So Filmsado Lego, there's no content uploaded just yet, but it does exist. I've got one of my good friends, Tegan. He's going to be running the channel and hosting it. We're doing a video on that soon. I've also got Filmsado Magic, because if you guys did not know, I've been doing magic or card tricks.
He's real good.
I've been doing card tricks for 3 years. I performed in multiple performances. One was for 3,000 people, one was for 300, which was pretty small. That was just like a school-related thing. The other one was me performing at Easter Camp. If you guys don't know, search it up. I think I was on the Friday highlights reel, which was pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I am doing a lot. Like yesterday, we went for a a scout trip to go find some locations for the 4 Aces. And I think I probably should explain what the 4 Aces is before we actually keep going on in the podcast. So the 4 Aces is a Wild West Pavlova Western, which if you didn't know is a New Zealand Western. There's only like 1 or 2 other films that are Pav Westerns. But we're going to be making it in 3 years, like I said earlier on. It is a Wild West film. And it's not going to be low quality, I swear. We're buying about $1,000 just worth of gun props, which will be pretty good. Those are high quality Denix replicas and stuff, such as the Winchester. And we're going to be getting big costumes. I'm going to be trying to get some of my best friends to do it, as well as some proper actors who work at a theatre group I used to go to. So it should be a very high quality film. Mm-hmm. We've got HD cameras. If you've seen some of my most recent videos, we're getting better cameras. I've got an Insta360 GoPro now, which is helpful, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm also getting in contact with Ferrymead Heritage Park, which if you didn't know is a Wild West themed heritage park, where we're hoping to do some of the filming. So that's going to be great.
Yeah. So you guys should definitely get hyped for this. I'm super hyped for it. I think he's already told me a bit about it that can't be open to the public yet, but
I can give you guys some sneak peeks only on this podcast, but I'm not going to reveal much.
I'm real excited for my character. It's a real good story.
You've got one of the main roles, which is really cool, but I will give some sneak peeks. Not right now, but later on in the podcast, so keep listening, guys. But I'm going to be hopefully opening a Kickstarter and a Patreon. Right now we shall have about a $10,000 budget by 2025.
Yeah, hopefully.
Around that amount. Maybe more, maybe less, give or take a few thousand. But the budget's sorted out. Right now we only need about 3,000, so we should be good to go. I'm also trying to get some investors on. And this may sound like something completely out of my league, but I do have prior experience and a pretty decent resume to do with filmmaking. I also work at a live stream, which is very helpful to say that I operate live cameras.
Yeah.
So that'll be great.
And I do a lot of acting classes. I was Maui in a production, and that was like my first production. So
that was
I have
Moana,
some.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was Maui and the Sun.
Oh yeah.
But
right.
Comedy. It was pretty fun.
I hear Maui, I think Moana.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we did a Maui in the Sun play a few years back as well for one of my schools.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the name because that's just not a great idea.
Yeah,
but it's going pretty well, the film. So yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're excited for? Like, this doesn't all have to be about YouTube, so if there's anything else you're real excited for.
I'm thinking. Well, I think 4 Aces, other than that, we do actually have some other films, which I'm not going to reveal too much about, that we have planned for after. Should I just give the whole rundown on the plan, essentially?
Well, yes, but don't give them,
I won't give them
spoilers
info. I'm not
going
to spoil the movie, but
just basically the plan.
So, with the got 4 aces. We're going to release that in 2025, obviously, after maybe 2-3 years of pre-production, maybe like a couple months of filming, which we're going to be doing on and off through the weekends and maybe holidays. Then after that, I'll be able to have that under my belt, so that'll be pretty good, saying we've got a 10k budget film. We might be able to get some more investors from a company which is in my town, which likes to fund creative projects, so that'd be great. And then we're going to be releasing a film called Boys at War, which is about boy soldiers from World War One. If you didn't know about that, a lot of underage boys would go into the war, hoping, because this is still when war was glorified and romanticized, to try and get people to actually come to war. So it'll be about that and struggles with PTSD and such, and that'll be a very good film. And then we do have some other stuff planned further down the line, but that's about it. We're wanting to start off with some pretty generic films like westerns and war.
And then we can go into more unique stuff like
the Vortex series, which we have not gone into much, but that is a lot of that's pretty much the brainchild of Joey.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's all of my stories.
Yeah.
You guys
we kind of started it together, and then it kind of became your thing. So
yeah, I still have other friends who are helping me work with it, other than just you.
Yeah.
But you and me started it out, with EJ Inc., and then we
that was ages ago. That was
That was so long ago.
Yeah, but it's still developing and it's getting better every day. So that should be good. That's probably about 10 years ahead. Honestly.
Boys at War. It sounds like one of the Vortex characters, where it's a 10-year-old a 12-year-old who got put on the front lines at 10 years old.
Well, so Vortex is essentially just like a low-budget Marvel.
Yeah.
It's like Marvel, but, low budget, because it's just going to be like a
But it's more based around dimensions.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So unlike Marvel, which is slowly branching out into, like, more dimension, we kind of just start off with dimensions and then...
Well, we kind of start off with different stuff, but... One thing that makes it all work is Genuranium, and it leads into what if Genuranium was like this powerful crystal that existed? Oh, well, the Nazis found it and now they've won. Yeah. Tech Boy.
Well, yeah, so we've got different universes. So obviously there's one like Joe just mentioned where the Nazis won in World War II. This is because before the Americans could fully use before the Manhattan Project, the Nazis discovered Genuranium, they won the war, and there's big revolutions and stuff. So kind of similar to some video games like Wolfenstein almost, but like a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be cool. That'll be quite a while down the line.
But
so
still, you could still get hyped about it. It's most likely going to happen eventually.
Yes.
And I want to share Vortex to the world sometime in my life.
Now, before you start getting all these people aren't professionals who've been doing it for 10 years. No, that is correct, but we'll have a lot more knowledge under our belt by that time. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
That's why we're starting off with small budgets.
I've been making films since I was 8. I even did music videos when I was 3 years old.
I've been doing films for 6 years. I've done school events. I won film festivals and stuff. Yeah. So we do have a lot under our belt. So don't just underestimate us because we're not freaking 40 years old with $1 million cameras worth of cameras. But the films will be good. They will be high quality.
Yeah.
But we have been doing the research. I want to make 4 Aces as historically accurate as possible. I don't know if I want it to be set in the Wild West, like Arizona or Texas or something, or if we want to actually set it in the New Zealand Gold Rush, which I think would be really cool because it'd be going a lot more into New Zealand history.
And it will get us more viewers because of more people ooh, this is rare New Zealand movie that's Wild West.
Yeah, another have live a Western, but...
Yeah.
We'll see. It might get some more investors along the line if I actually say that it's about New Zealand, the New Zealand Gold Rush, because that would be quite cool. But I think I might stick to classic Wild West in Arizona or Texas, where it's kind of just like a generic film where a lot of people can connect with it and it's just fun to watch.
But still New Zealand-ish.
Yeah. It'll be set in it will be filmed in New Zealand, obviously. So.
Yeah, it will be set in New Zealand, but it will be dry kind of land.
Yeah, if you guys have never been to New Zealand, it has got a lot of very awesome locations for Wild West. The hills, they look amazing. They look like the Grand Canyon.
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock is a great
Yeah,
search that up, guys.
It's in one of the Narnia movies.
Yeah, it's New Zealand. If you guys didn't know, which if you don't know, I'm quite sad. The majority, like all of Lord of the Rings, was filmed in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, if you can just watch my movies in NZ animation movie that I made for school on my skit channel, which is the thing that you're listening this on right
They're
now.
filming the new Avatar in New Zealand, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think were they filming that? I think it was because of COVID problems, so they started filming it in New Zealand or something like that. But yeah, so if you guys are actually really like Wild West films, I really hope you guys can get hyped for this. I'm gonna set up a Kickstarter. I'm only expecting like $300 from the Kickstarter, but still, I do have some rather large channels who might be on board. We'll see. I don't know 100% yet. They seem like pretty nice guys. We've been talking for a little while, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that too much yet. I don't want to get your guys' hopes up, but still. And the film, it will be good. We might have... So I think the budget from what we're earning right now is going to be between 5,000 to maybe like 11,000. Just what I'm earning in my 3 years. And that is not that much, but that is half of what I'm earning each week. So I'm putting... like 50% of what I'm earning each week into the bank, into a specific account just for this movie, and we've almost reached the amount just for the guns, which is 1,000. So I've only been saving for 4 or 5 weeks, so it should be ready. We might even extend it to 4 years pre-production if we have to, but we don't really want to because it's going to be like 5 years either way. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Post-production won't be that long, because editing won't be that hard. We don't need to add in like any so much. Oh, then again, we do have to add in a lot of green screen effects and some animation and stuff for scenes such as train robberies. But I should probably go into the way the film format is actually going to be. So it's not going to be a movie like your generic 60 to 80 minute long movie. It's going to be a 3-part series, 20 minutes each video. The first video is going to be essentially just like the introducing the characters, going into backstories, just getting you hooked to the show. The second episode is just going to be going into some other random stuff, like some adventure action, maybe like some robberies and stuff.
And like characters meeting.
Exactly. And then if this actually goes well, we will not just have 3 episodes, we're going to try and expand it into 6 episodes and just keep going. But yeah, so the 4 aces are these 4 characters who are all criminals running from the law. We've got Felix Mercer, Vernon Spencer, some other really badass guys who are going to be played by some very, very good actors.
I'm going to be one of them.
Joey's going to be playing Felix Mercer, who is the son of pretty much one of the best, like, who's a sheriff.
Yeah, so that's why I was excited about my character. You see, guys?
Yeah. So, there's going to be a lot of, like, hopefully quite interesting scenes where there's conflict between the dad and the son. But if you guys didn't know, a sheriff does not just have control over one town. That would be a marshal. It's quite often that they see like sheriffs as being like the guys who are just in one town. I'm pretty sure sheriffs control states. I think they have police authority over a state.
Well, we'll see.
And then marshals.
We have someone to help us out to make it.
We do have people who will be helping us out with historical accuracy. So I'm not that. I know a decent bit. I've been doing my research, but we have others who will be helping out.
All right. So something else I'd like to talk to you about, a new thing that's coming out soon, and I'm really excited about. What if?
Oh, yes. That has nothing to do with YouTube, but we need to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. We can talk about anything on this podcast. It's just mainly YouTube.
It
starts out with YouTube. It can spiral into anything.
The podcast is from YouTubers who are under 5K, talking about just general stuff.
Yeah, and mostly YouTube, though.
Yeah,
because
we want to try and essentially be documenting the progress of people.
Well, we are
YouTubers.
actually going to, like, film brainstorming sessions possibly
for the
film and then release them after the film is out.
Yeah, so we might release sneak peeks for the film soon. So I'm expecting in about 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
So maybe sometime 2022 or 2023 we'll release sneak peeks, maybe even a trailer for the film, because we'll be going out and doing some location scouts, filming some of the some scenes just for the sneak peeks so that we can get more investors on board with actual like visual confirmation that the film's not just a load of crap.
Yeah.
And we're going to be, like Joey said, we're going to be recording the brainstorming sessions. We're going to have like 5 to 6 guys just on a call talking about how the film's going to work, where we want to film it, locations, script, ideas. There we'll be releasing maybe like tiny little parts of it onto the internet just for people, so people can see what's going to happen. Like some, not like any spoilers, just like small indicators of like when we might be filming at, or like a small part of the script that's not super important. And then after the film is done, we're gonna release the BTS, behind the scenes, because I'm looking forward to filming that. That's gonna be one of my favorite parts, is filming behind the scenes. Another thing, I'll be adding another two channels to the Filmsado channel line. We're going to be adding Filmsado Productions for all the big films such as Four Aces, Vortex Films, Boys at War, as well as a Filmsado BTS. I'm going to have 10 channels. Like, that's
You're
not
gonna
good.
have so many channels, but you have a whole crew.
Yeah. We
So-
do have the Filmsado crew. I think that's
Yeah.
about 6 to 7 guys now.
Me and Stumpy are probably only me, Stumpy, and my brother the only ones who also have our own channels to deal with.
Yeah.
But we'll also help you out.
Oh yeah, also saying, if you guys have watched Stumpy, you might have seen Edgar Harris Part 1. That was kind of a sad failure. We were going to make a 3-part series, which did not go well. We didn't really have the right camera equipment. We were just using a cracked iPad.
It looked real good.
Yeah.
It's his best video, and he didn't
Yeah.
even do all the work on it.
Yeah, so that was 5 hours of filming, just so you can get a view
Yeah.
of how long Four Aces is going to be. That was 5 hours of filming for that. That's sad, but the pre-production on that wasn't super great. We didn't really put too much effort. Like, the script was good, but we didn't end up finishing it, and we kind of just discontinued the series. We realized it wasn't going to work.
And the character at the start seemed like kind of a Karen.
Yeah. And also, whenever we tried to organise an actual get-together for the film, it would never really work with either of us, so we figured we'd discontinue it until we actually had time to maybe do it again. But that is a thing. In the future, we may be redoing the Edgar Harris series, making it better, and then re-releasing it with actual high-quality stuff, and a budget not of $0, so we can actually do half-decent stuff. Also, with us getting in contact with a lot of really cool people like Joey and stuff, and animators and stuff, we're going to be able to
I
put
can
our film
animate
quality,
as well,
Yeah, we're going to be
so-
putting our film quality up quite a bit, because we're going to try and get in contact with maybe some people who know a lot more about certain subjects of filmmaking than we do, such as CGI, graphic design.
I'd really like to learn CGI.
Yeah,
Once
that'd
we
be
know
great.
real good CGI, and we have a big
that would be
audience,
difficult.
that's probably when we'll start doing Vortex.
I mean, honestly, if we had a big audience, you could probably just pay for it yourself, but
yeah.
yeah, be great. But still, there's a lot to come, so we're going to be doing more of these podcasts. This pilot episode is probably a bit long, but that's because it's a pilot, so
Well, most podcasts are real long episodes, man.
Yeah.
You know, most podcasts are over an hour an episode.
this is technically a short podcast, but
Yeah.
with the podcast, I think it's kind of like a series. So we're gonna have under 5K until we kind of develop our YouTube game and get bigger. Then we might go to under 10K, then under 15, then under 20. Is that correct?
Yeah.
We're gonna be progressively moving the bar of YouTubers and how as we start to develop an audience, we'll start to make the podcast better and put more work into it, and start releasing more frequently.
That's not the only podcast that's going to be coming out soon. Me and my dad soon are going to be starting a podcast about D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and talking about dungeon mastering stuff. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. I used to do D&D, but I've kind of not done it in a while. I haven't really had time to.
I'm a dungeon master at my school's D&D club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I think will we do this once or twice a week, do you reckon?
Well,
Because it's not hard to do. We just get together on a call and then film and then just talk for an hour.
Yeah.
So we should be releasing these pretty frequently.
Yeah. Not too frequently, though.
Yeah, because that will get just boring for you guys having to listen to very long podcasts.
Well, they don't
all the
have
time.
to.
You don't have to listen to it.
They
but
can
if you
binge
do,
listen to them if they want. Then though.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, if you're, I've got some very hardcore fans.
Yeah, that's true. I've met one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. I think I understand why they think I've copied every single one of your videos. I thought of another one that they might have thought I copied. Detective Jones. The detective.
Oh, yeah. So one time
Yeah.
there was a chat message where in one of the comment sections,
I find it kind of funny.
Joey just got harassed by one of my fans saying he was copying all my content.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. I've got good fans. They are very hardcore. So
True.
that's always
you
a good
are
thing.
really good at skit making.
I'm
now.
not happy they harassed you, but
Yeah.
I had to delete a few of those comments. But you kind of wanted me to keep them there because you thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
never replied to me saying name a single thing I have copied.
I mean, there are some similarities between our channel, but I think that's just because we're very close channels.
Yeah, and we both do skits. We both have a gaming channel. We're both real good friends.
Yeah.
So.
The channels, I do hope we will get audience. I'm with the Filmsado thing. I don't want too many channels, but like, the thing is, I've got different hosts for different channels. Like Filmsado Lego is not going to be run by me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have too many channels because then I can't focus on my films, and then I'm going to start losing content, and then I'm going to start losing subscribers and views. Like what's happened with my Filmsado skits, I kind of haven't been able to do anything for it.
If you have a big crew, then that will help out with it.
Yeah, but I'm sad about Filmsado skits because it's kind of dying slowly, and the reason why is because I haven't been able to upload for ages, so there's not a lot of buzz. So like my newer videos got like 20 views compared to my older ones, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
But if I'll start to try and release more skits and stuff, and then
Do you know what's cool though? The videos that have me in it are some of your top viewed videos.
Yeah, it's because when we actually get together, we can do more stuff.
Yeah.
Than when I've just got me in a room with a camera.
Yeah.
Same with
I
Mo.
really like your latest video.
Same with my friend Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo.
Mo's cool.
When I do videos with Mo from the detective and grenade test gone wrong, those always get very good views for some reason. I think he's a very good actor. He's a funny guy.
And people think he looks good or something. I don't know.
He's just a good actor, and he helps me do the films, and he's got really great ideas.
Real funny.
He is. He's a funny guy. If you've seen him in our Filmsado games,
or if you
like with me and you on like the Wild West, he was pretty much just the comedic relief.
Yeah, he basically saved that video until he dropped his mayonnaise sandwich, which ruined everything.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why the editing made it so that
you should go check that out.
Audio was terrible. The audio was. I don't know what happened. iMovie, please get good, okay? Please stop doing these weird things. You ruined my video.
Do you use iMovie?
Yeah, I still use iMovie.
I use a mix between sometimes iMovie iMovie when my DaVinci Resolve is not working.
I have a different thing that I use to make my shorts because iMovie does not like anything that's not landscape.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. I've tried it.
I use Splice.
I uploaded a short. If you guys were there, I uploaded a short quite a while ago.
Oh yeah, you uploaded multiple. They're amazing.
I uploaded my shorts are kind of scuffed, but still. I uploaded a short where it was literally, it said hashtag. It was a short, but YouTube did not consider it a short because iMovie. I uploaded it in the correct format, but then it just came out as like just a. Like as
a box. That's what iMovie does.
It's so dumb. You get the vertical. Is it vertical where it's aiming up? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know math.
Yeah, vertical.
It had the vertical format, and then it still crapped out. So it came like if you preview it in landscape.
Yeah.
On a computer. That's how it looks on the phone, and it's so dumb.
I know.
It really irritates me.
Yeah,
you can't watch it in vertical
frustrating.
format. You can't watch it as a short. But then I figured it out, and I just ended up filming on my phone instead of a camera.
Well, yeah, I can't. You just can't use iMovie to film anything vertical, to edit anything vertical.
Yeah.
Because it will just make it into a box.
Yeah. But if you guys have realised, my camera quality has gone up quite significantly. That's because my budget is actually going up, and now my quality is going up on my videos. So that's why we are hoping to get the 4 Aces as being good filmers, because we've got high quality equipment. I do have a 360 camera for VR, and I was thinking about how I could maybe get that to work for one of the films. I had a really good idea for a scene at Boys at War where it goes 360, like the camera spins 360, but I'm not going to do VR videos, I don't think. I might do a VR video in the future, like a funny.
I'd really want to try out.
We had an idea. My dad gave me a really great idea for a skit, where it's a 360 degree, where it's a VR skit.
Yeah.
So it's a skit you can see from different angles, and I thought that was actually a great idea. So I might do a skit that you can watch from different angles, like you're actually in the skit.
Yeah.
Because that could, I don't know, we'll see. That could be good.
And there could be little like things that are happening where you could be like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being a big thing in the skit. If you
Yeah.
and you could like see it before, or you couldn't.
Well, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely do maybe like some horror VRs if I can. But I
Yeah.
don't want to overuse the VR on my channel
Yeah.
because it's a lot of my viewers aren't gonna
Yeah.
use VR.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be good. So yeah, the channel is going better. My Filmsado Games channel is really doing a lot better than my skits channel.
No.
That's,
It was just that one video.
yeah, it's because there's more demand for games for
Yeah.
the Wild West community than there is for skits.
True.
And my videos, I've gone, I think, 3 that have gone over a few thousand, which is
Yeah.
good.
My most popular video on my skit channel, because I'm not going to switch it over to my gaming channel, because not only would I lose the views, I would also like lose other things.
Yeah.
And it's the most popular video on my channel is a scratch video.
Right.
So that's the thing that I do that has a huge demand on YouTube. So that's the thing that I'm trying to
Maybe-
use to make my gaming channel bigger.
Perhaps you should remove your scratch videos from Joe Epic Dude Skits and make a
Yeah.
scratch channel, because it's Joe Epic Dude Skits, not Joe Epic Dude Scratch.
I know.
But we'll see.
Joe Pick Dude skits, I also put my animations on, so.
Yeah.
But that's just because, yeah. Cool.
Anyway, how much longer do you want this podcast to go?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
We can. I guess we should probably. We could
Wrap
kind
it
of.
up.
We'll wrap it up around here, and then we'll do another one maybe
Yeah.
to release later on this week.
Yeah, because we can,
We'll just record another one after this.
editing.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Well, thank you guys very much for listening in. Joey is the host. I am
Yeah.
the guest, who's essentially a host.
Yeah, so there's going to be a different guest each time. Sometimes there might be multiple guests.
I am kind of like a host because I'm going to be in pretty much every podcast.
Most episodes he's going to be.
I might be absent from a few of them due to actually having to do stuff. But
Yeah.
I think we should get Mo along, because Mo's not a
Yeah.
YouTuber, but he is part of the Filmsado crew. He's a real funny guy, so we might get him along
Yeah.
sometime because
Yeah,
he's great.
we already talked to him about podcast stuff
Yeah, he is a really great guy. He is really good at just sitting in a room
and
talking and being hilarious.
yeah,
So yeah.
and
we'll see.
and ripping up your cards.
Oh my gosh. That video. See, I've been doing magic for 3 years, and I live in New Zealand where you can't get bicycle cards. And if you've watched my video about like playing cards, where he rips up my cards, you feel my pain, because those are bicycle playing cards. Now that's not expensive in America; those are easy to get. But in New Zealand, you have to import those cards, and I had to rip them up for a YouTube video, and it was painful. I don't know why I did it. But
It was a real good skit though.
Now, if you're
It was so
if you're a card collector, I have green monarchs and monarchs. Like I've got different monarchs, archangels, a bunch of different card decks. If I ripped one of those up, I would literally get spammed on YouTube and probably have to quit YouTube, and I'd probably get reported. And YouTube would be like, "Why is he being reported? It's just cards." And people would be like, "Because he ripped up monarchs." And then, because it's just, oh god. $200 I spent in one sitting on cards, I swear.
Oh my god.
I was on a phone. I bought $200 worth of cards. They arrived in the same, in 2 days, and they was just a giant bulk. I wanted to do a video opening, but I haven't opened my magic channel yet, so.
Yeah, you did. You have a Mandalorian deck.
I do have a Mandalorian deck of cards. It's really cool. And it's made by Fairy 11. And
Yeah.
you guys probably don't know what the heck I'm talking about, if you're not card people, but still.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we should wrap it up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Alright,
idea.
guys. Thanks for listening in to the first episode of the Under 5K podcast.
Subscribe to Filmsado.
Subscribe to. Go check out Filmsado's channels and go check
Subscribe or
out
I'll ruin your
my
birthday.
other channels.
ASMR, but I
Oh
just
my
threaten you the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna beat you up.
Alright, so thanks for listening in. It's great that you've been able to get this far through, listen to the whole thing.
If you're still listening, you're a freaking wow. You're just wow.
You're just cool.
I applaud you. With all these temptations called the recommendeds, and you're just sitting for a podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
Good job. We might need to make a Spotify for this.
Yeah,
there's
I'm probably going to make it on Spotify.
There's
as
less
well.
temptation if you're on Spotify, so.
Yeah.
There's less
Alright.
clickbait thumbnails next.
So, see you guys in the next episode
And
of
thank
the
you
podcast.
very much. Good on ya, you bloody legend.
Alright. See ya.
Under 5K, a podcast for small YouTubers trying to make it big.